Hey, welcome back to another video. We're here at Parfreys Glenn State Natural Area, and we're going to be doing a little bit of wintertime painting this morning. Last week, the temperatures were far below zero, and it was just so cold outside that all the painting I did was up in the studio. So I knew that when I found a warmer day, the first thing that I wanted to do was get out and do a little painting. I don't know if you can tell, but it's very slick where I'm walking, and I'm trying to be careful. So beautiful. The terrain is quite slick. There's places to walk. There's steps, but the steps are ice, and I have my pack boots on that have a 3 or 4 inch thick sole, so there's not much grip and there's not much feeling the ground as I'm walking. But just take a look at where I am. And I think that I'm going to set up and paint somewhere right in this area.
You from around here?
Yeah, I live over in Rock Springs. It's just 15 miles from here.
Sure.
Oh,
Live on a farm out there.
nice,
Yep.
nice.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gorgeous over here.
Yeah, it's perfect. Gonna do a little oil painting and be home in time for lunch.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Okay, I'm all set up. I've got my paints laid out. I've got my custom drink holder. I've got my canvas set up. Yeah, I went through right back there too. Yeah, you can see you're stepping over my footprint. That's just the...
It's not deep here.
No.
You don't have to worry about that.
Right. They were cool. I'm gonna focus on getting a good drawing and a good lay-in, and from there, then I think that things can go smoothly and somewhat quickly. If I hurry myself too much and I don't get a good start, it might cause a long painting session where nothing seems to happen and nothing ever gets resolved. So for my process, I like to get started with a good foundation, and that's what I'm gonna try to do now. I've taken my time and I've drawn on the canvas a little bit, and I've filled in some of the shapes, and I got it to a place where I decided I could start adding some thicker paint, and I got to the place where I thought that I could start mixing some colors on my palette to put up onto the board. So this is my lightest value that I'm going to be working with, and the lightest color, and this is like a 10% value. The first thing I did was I observed my subject matter looking through these red lens glasses, and it broke this complex scene down into puzzle pieces, and every puzzle piece was a specific value. So I have my value palette laid out here, and my lightest The lightest value that I'm working with was the snow, and that's about a 10% value. These couple colors are some of the lighter colors of the rocks. They're iron oxide rocks with quartzite, and also there's some lichen growing on the rocks. So the lichen is kind of this green color that's going to sit on top of this more burnt iron color, this iron oxide color. And this is going to be a little bit darker value. This is about a 70% value right here. Those rocks with the lichen on it sit somewhere in the 40 to 50 degree range. And then I also have some darker accents, and these sit in the 90 to 100% range. For my process and the way that I work, pre-mixing a few colors is going to set things straight in my head. It's going to help me to organize. Today's scene is really about organizing the complex subject matter and making it simplified so it's something I can paint within one painting session. I'm going to paint this start to finish in today's session only. I'm going to paint this painting in one session. Pre-mixing and thinking a little bit about the organization of the scene is going to help me out quite a bit. So I've got a start with my drawing. I've got some colors on the palette. I think it's time to start getting a little bit more serious about this painting and getting some true values and colors in their respective areas on the canvas. All right, let's keep going. The first pass is done. The entire painting surface is covered with paint, and I'm taking a moment to step back and react to it. The next thing that I'm going to do is get started in these rocks down in this area. I'm going to paint the kind of snow light. I'm going to paint the deep dark shadows in those rocks, and I'm going to paint the snow sitting on top of them. And from there I'm going to work up into this way. If I can work back through the canvas and restate all of the areas that I have already painted, I feel like the painting will be resolved at that point. But I'm taking time now to kind of step backwards, look at it, reflect on what I have going on. And I'm also using my cell phone to look at the scene backwards, kind of like it's a black mirror. And that's helping me to see the areas that need to be changed. It's mostly drawing issues at this point, but when you're painting on the fly, you kind of resolve the drawing issues as you restate the masses, and the whole thing gets brought up to a level of resolve or finish. So let's keep working on this painting. Let's keep moving forward.
Your hands staying warm?
Yeah. Oh, he's fine. He won't be white anymore, but.
Well, that's okay. But we don't want your stuff ending up in the snow.
Kind of a challenge just because everything, it was like sunny for a while, then it was actually snowing for a while.
Oh, yeah, I saw it up snowing.
Yeah. But, I just stuck with it, and I think it's all right. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's so fun. It's fun to be out here. Glad you guys got out today. All right, here we have the end of the painting session, and there's some people out here. My final tip is to just stick with it because now it's sunny. It was snowing earlier, and we had cloudy conditions to start out the painting session. But I stuck with it, and I took photos of all three of those conditions. If I feel like I need to do something in the studio, maybe I can to bring it up to a complete finish, but I stuck with it today, and I think it was about a 3-hour painting session. I'm feeling good about where I'm leaving this one. Here's the last look at the painting, and maybe we'll pull it up in the studio, or maybe we'll just try it out in a frame. But either way, thanks so much for sticking with me. We'll do this again soon.